What's good, everyone? How you guys doing? Welcome to another stream. Today we are talking The Bad Batch. So wait a little bit for people to tune in, if at all. See how many people we can get watching, and then we can talk a little bit about The Bad Batch. And because we're actually about at the halfway point of the season. It's weird. I'm curious to see where they would go after this, but we have a lot more to cover. We have 8 episodes left. Yeah, I'll let you guys know my thoughts on the episode in a sec once we get a few more people tuning in. What's good, Gabby? Supreme Leader Drakovich, as usual. What up, Joe? Hello, Mr. Goldman. Yo, yo, yo. How are you guys doing? I've got 2 people watching. It's been a minute. Maybe the YouTube algorithm is being weird right now. But yeah, let's talk about The Bad Batch. Episode 8, Reunion. I'm working on a Lego custom Claude custom. A little redundant there, but I think I understand what you're trying to say. Send a picture to the Discord when you finish that, because I'm curious to see what it looks like. All right, let's talk about The Bad Batch. Got only 2 people are here? Is my stream like off? I don't know. Whatever. Okay, so today's episode was called The Reunion. So what are my thoughts? I'm starting to get a little nervous about The Bad Batch as a whole, to be honest. Because was this episode fun? I guess so. I enjoyed it, but it's crossing into my fears of it being a repeat of The Mandalorian. I mean, at this point, yeah, we have a bounty hunter. Now they captured the asset. So Omega is gone, taken somewhere. And I have no clue how the Bad Batch crew is going to manage to find her. Like with the Mandalorian, yeah, they had a lead to the Empire and stuff like that. But this, we'll see. I mean, they're going to find her eventually. I like seeing Crosshair. I think for me, a frustration I have with this series is while I like Omega, I think she's a cute character. I think she's fun. I like the dynamic between her and the actual Bad Batch. The storyline with her, I'm just not invested in. The new episode is the best one, I guess. I don't know. They're all kind of met to me. Also, the episode was awesome. I enjoyed it. Was it nice seeing spoilers? Obviously, was it nice seeing Cad Bane? Of course, it was nice seeing Cad Bane. He's a lot of fun. I actually have a soft spot for that droid, who I think is voiced by Seth Green. I don't know. I have a soft spot for that droid. What if the Bad Batch or Mando went to a planet that are home of the Clawed species? Silly question. No clue. So yeah, I don't know. So the episode begins, right? You know, they're still on Baraka. I don't know. I like that they were on Baraka because it's the connection to Jedi Fallen Order that I appreciate. So then they're trying to leave, and then they run into like miners, I think, scavengers or whatever. And then we finally see Crosshair again. We haven't seen Crosshair since the 3rd episode, I believe. And for me, the more interesting aspect of the series is the Crosshair like relation. I want to know what the Empire is going to do, how they're gonna replace the clone troopers. That's what interests me. But then, you know, they're running away. They're about to get executed, and then Cad Bane and the droid. I don't remember the droid's name. Someone let me know. Cad Bane shows up and takes Omega, and because he's a hired bounty hunter by the what's it called? The Kaminoans. So a lot of people said this was a great episode. All the episodes have been enjoyable. I don't hate the series. I've not been bored. Some of them a little bit, but not really. I'm nervous. Every episode, it just feels like it's a repeat of The Mandalorian, and that makes me upset. I don't want them to rehash the same story with just a little tweaks here and there. I mean, now you may call me a hypocrite considering I love The Force Awakens, but I don't know. The Force Awakens, The Force Awakens introduced a lot of new characters that I liked, and in this, I enjoy the Bad Batch. I don't know. I'm just not in love with him. Crosshair is mega intimidating. He scares me a little bit, and I wonder if there's a way to redeem them. I mean, they'll probably eventually get his inhibitor chip out. How? I'm not sure, but they will eventually. Maybe they'll like stun him at some point. I mean, they're gonna save. I assume. But I actually agree with you. I like Crosshair. I don't know, his voice is the best. You know, he's got like the little voice. That was an awful impression, but there's people banging upstairs. But yeah, I don't know. I like Crosshair. What are your guys' thoughts on the episode? I feel Hunter should have died. No, Hunter's kind of the main character. He's like the leader of the Bad Batch. They wouldn't kill him. They're not going to kill any of them. I mean, how often do you see a main protagonist die in one of these Star Wars shows? I mean, we got Kanan, but he was the an older fellow. What if they get his chip out, but he still stays bad because he's a bad person at heart? I don't believe that he would. I believe that someone like him would has that connection to the other members of the Bad Batch. That's like family. I don't think they would break that. Especially clones are always more loyal to their own as opposed to the Republic or to the Empire. At least that's how I see it. Crosshair reminds me of the Punisher. I've actually never seen the Punisher, but I can see that. Would it be a neat twist, though? I don't know. Crosshair has the potential to be the greatest clone character, but they don't give him enough screen time. That's fair. That's fair. I'd like to see more of him. I thought Cad Bane died. I think he died in like would have died in one of the unfinished episodes or episodes that just weren't made. But I guess not. I guess it's not canon. So, what did you think about the Republic Commando reference? What was the Republic Commando reference? I'm sorry, I only played like a third of Republic Commando, so I don't have a strong connection to the game like most people. Crosshair is intimidating, in my opinion. Yeah, I don't know. I like Crosshair. He's actually probably... I don't know, this episode, he grew on me more than before. I don't know, I kind of like him as the villain a little bit. But, I mean, overall, the Bad Batch is enjoyable. I'm glad people are saying it's like their new favorite episode. I'm just not big on it, you know? Oh, is that weird to say? Like, I don't know. Don't forget to destroy the like button. Yes. Please make sure you have hit the like button if you have not already. The reference is the POV shot of Hunter's helmet. Oh, okay, then I actually did think of that. And I was like, this is like the Republic Commando game. So I guess so. I guess that's a reference. But I like that shot. I'm curious to see where we'll go. I'm invested. I really hope it's not a repeat of The Mandalorian. I find it scary that they want to kill Omega. So the Empire wants to kill Omega, but the Kaminoans don't. I really hope Omega's not Force sensitive. I don't know. That make me fairly upset. I don't know. Some people want to see it. I don't think it's necessary. That would be funny though if we ever saw Omega in live action and it's just like a female Tamora Morrison. I thought that would be funny. Yeah, the POV shot from Hunter, his helmet HUD is the same as in Republic Commando. Okay. And good. I always appreciate little references like that, even though I didn't notice it. Cad Bane is my favorite bounty hunter. I loved how they played up the cowboy standoff thing. Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. I like that, too. It's a little cliche in Star Wars. We've seen it before. We saw it in The Mandalorian. But I had a feeling Cad Bane would with that. I don't know. He was too quick. And then they shot the droid's leg off. I'm curious to see. Maybe we'll see Boba Fett, because Boba Fett does have a connection to Cad Bane. And it'll be a little bit of a tie-in to the book of Boba Fett. Maybe Cad Bane's still alive by the time of The Mandalorian and we see an older version of him. Doubtful, but you never know. It would have been nice if we saw Crosshair fight rebels and separatist holdouts. It would have been way more interesting than this premise. For me, I somewhat agree with you. I think the interesting thing when this show was first announced, the part of it that I was the most interested in was these clone troopers adapting to a new lifestyle, and what is it like now that a lot of their clone brothers are not the same people. And they're kind of exploring the first aspect a little bit, but the second part, with they seem to establish that the Bad Batch doesn't care at all for the regs, so that's why it doesn't bother them that a lot of them were affected by Order 66, and I don't like that. I don't know. I thought it would have humanized them more. And then the Omega thing, again, I like the character of Omega. I'm just not invested in that storyline because it's The Mandalorian again. Our main characters take someone important. Another group wants them. They send bounty hunters to get it. And I don't know. I'm not a fan. Other than IG-11 Ninjar, and I agree, Bane is my favorite bounty hunter. I don't know, I've never been into bounty hunters all that much, to be honest. I don't know, a lot of people like them. You know, they're the morally compromised ones. I don't know. I'm not invested too much in bounty hunters. Is Cad Bane cool? Of course. But he was never one of my favorites. What's up, Goldman? What's up, Sean Walker? What if Cad Bane will show up in Book of Boba Fett? His appearance in the show is meant to introduce more fans to him, to prepare them for his appearance in live action. I don't think so, because how many people who watch The Bad Batch haven't seen Clone Wars? I don't know. Are they trying to reintroduce the character? Maybe. It would be cool to see Cad Bane in live action, but I don't think so. It would be cool. I don't think so. I don't want the Book of Boba Fett to be the greatest hits of all the bounty hunters we've seen in Star Wars. I don't know. I feel like that show's probably going to disappoint me, but I hope not. What do you think will happen in the second part of the season? I feel like it's going to drag a little bit. You know, they're going to try and find Omega. We'll find out what the Kaminoans want with Omega. I don't know. Like, to me, that is just not interesting. I don't care. I'm not invested in what's the secret behind people moving chairs. I'm not invested in the secret behind what is Omega. To me, she's a female clone, and that's like already a unique thing about her. I don't need to know anymore. I'm more interested in the Crosshair stuff. Will they somehow fix Crosshair, get his chip out? I don't know. It just seems like with this season, I'm not super invested in like where it's going. I don't particularly. I enjoy the characters. I enjoy watching them, but I'm not invested in the future of the story. Like The Mandalorian really had me like dying to find out what happens next. With the Bad Batch, I don't. Like, the only time I was curious to find out what happened next was after we saw Trace and Rafa talk to the hologram, and then revealed that in the very next episode with Rex. So yeah, Boba Fett is legendary, but Cad Bane is cool. I would not say Boba Fett is legendary, but I'm glad someone thinks that. Jango Fett is one of the greatest bounty hunters. He was even Mandalore once in the EU. He's a badass. I think Jango Fett is a much better character than Boba Fett. Boba Fett's boring. Jango Fett, there's so much intrigue about him. Why did he want to have this be the template for the clones? I just think he's a lot more interesting. Who knows what these Kaminoans are up to? Why wouldn't they be experimenting with midichlorian / force sensitivity? They might be, and I wonder if they're actually going to try. I believe this. I think they're going to do it. They're somehow trying to tie everything back into Palpatine and his return. Part of me hopes so. Part of me is nervous. Maybe if they tie all these aspects together, maybe the Bad Batch is, in a sense, does tie with the Mandalorian, because, you know, in the Mandalorian, we still don't know exactly what the Empire wanted with Grogu. We know why they wanted Grogu, because of his force sensitivity, and they took his blood. But we don't know specifically why. I feel like it would be a big missed opportunity if they didn't tie it into Palpatine or Snoke in some way. They could be just that someone like Moff Gideon wants to have force sensitivity, but I don't think so. I think they might be doing that. Maybe they are, instead of having a show during the events of the sequel trilogy, they're having all these other shows tie in and try and fix the lore a little bit. It'll be interesting. I agree with you. I think they can make an interesting conflict, because Echo should at least care about the regs, because he is one. I'm seriously disappointed they haven't done anything with him. Yeah, Echo's been like a no-show. Echo's like useless. Echo, I'd say my favorite one is Tech. I don't know. To me, he's the smart guy. I relate to that. It sounded a little cocky, but the nerdy guy. I don't know. I relate to that. Hunter's cool. I like Hunter's the most grounded of them all. He's the one that has like the most human relationship with Omega. Maybe Wrecker. Wrecker is funny. I don't know. Wrecker is a little kid to me. I enjoy watching him. Crosshair, I like the seriousness about him. It could just be because he's affected by Order 66. I honestly don't remember the Bad Batch arc from the Clone Wars. So yeah, and then Echo. Like, what is it? The only thing that Echo's been useful for is when he pretended to be a droid, so they could hoodwink those dealers. Echo doesn't do anything. And then I forgot who pointed this out, but I saw it where with the episode with Rex, like when Rex mentions Fives, I feel like Echo should be like, "Oh, what happened to Fives?" And like how, because that was part of the squad. Maybe Rex told Echo about Fives back during season 7 of the Clone Wars, but I don't know. If Omega is force sensitive, it's very possible that the Jedi would sense it. I think if Star Wars did this, it would be much too lazy. I don't know. I don't buy that. What? So they could sense them across the galaxy? Maybe. I don't like that. I don't know. I don't like this idea that the Jedi can like talk to everyone across the galaxy. I don't know, like how Yoda was able to talk to Ezra. It seems a little weird. But you could be right. I don't know. Maybe my knowledge isn't as strong as I thought it was when it comes to Jedi and their ability to sense other Force sensitives. There's a comic that explored Jango's backstory, and it's great. It shows how he grew up and fought in the Mandalorian War. He meets Dooku, and we see why he hates the Jedi. Yeah, see, that's why I think Jango Fett is a much more interesting character than Boba Fett. But that's not the topic of this video. Echo deserves more Bad Batch. Agreed. I hate that Echo doesn't do anything because on paper he's the most interesting character. He's gone through stuff that should really affect him, but they don't explore it at all. Yeah, I don't know. The Echo's been a huge missed opportunity, and so it's hard for me to speculate about like the future of the series because I just don't. I don't want to say I don't care. I'm just not invested. I don't know what's gonna happen with Omega. I mean, the only things that could happen with Crosshair is that they save him or they kill him or Crosshair kills them all, which is unlikely to happen. So that comic is a legend story now, which is a shame, but that bounty hunter game, the bounty game story is good. Yeah, it is good. The sad thing is there isn't simply much to discuss. I agree. And I'll probably hop off in like 14 minutes then because I'm nervous. I shouldn't say I'm nervous. I mean, the show doesn't suck and it's not ruining anything. They're clearly not going to go in the direction of the rebellion. The Bad Batch isn't going to join them. They tried to do something like that with Rex. They said no. Maybe they'll join him. I don't know what else to say about Bad Batch. I just dropped my bottle cap and I'm very upset. Hopefully I don't knock this over. I think we saw Raxus Prime, the Separatist main planet, in the trailer. Hopefully we see the Empire wipe out the remaining Separatist allies to set an example for the whole galaxy. That could be interesting. I don't know. For me, the most interesting aspect, the Goldman is slowly joining Lunga's side. Lunga hates Omega. I don't. I like Omega. I'm just not invested in her story. I guess you could say I'm slowly joining him. I may be more optimistic about this or more pessimistic about this show than Star Wars Only is. But we'll see. We'll see. It's unfortunate. I just like, again, we can sit here and speculate. I'm just not invested. The most I got invested was when I saw Trace and Rafa. I don't know why I like those two characters. Call me a weirdo. But we'll have to see what happens. I mean, speculation. Do I think we'll see Ahsoka? Probably. Maybe they do join up with the rebellion. We'll see. Get ready for Lunga versus Omega. It's a little weird to me because I feel like there's nothing wrong with Omega. Omega's sweet. I want the show to pick up. I mean, I thought it was interesting with them. I thought them getting the inhibitor ships out was much more interesting. Maybe we'll see more of the bounty hunters, but to me, this is basically turning into the Mandalorian in animation with more Mandalorians. Except instead of Mandalorian, it's a bunch of clones. I'm disappointed that they're not exploring. They're not taking advantage of the time period. They're not really exploring what the post Return of the Jedi world is like. It's just like, oh, the Empire's taking over and they're on the run. It's really no different than like Rebels, for example, in terms of just what's going on in the galaxy. And I think that's disappointing. I think with Omega gone, the Bad Batch will get more time to develop and focus on the 4 clones. It's just, for me, just seeing the 4 clones, like, just not. Again, I know I've said this before, but like the Bad Batch, they just don't care about the other clones, which I think is a huge missed opportunity. I'm just not interested. I think what they're going for is interesting. Like, I think the episodes are well done. I enjoy the characters. I just think conceptually what this show is trying to explore is not interesting to me. And I'm disappointed. I don't think it's bad though. It's definitely much better than Resistance. Resistance was boring. This whole show is like a C tier Clone Wars arc. Honestly, which is unfortunate because Clone Wars has a lot of potential, or any Clone Wars episode has a lot of potential. I don't know. I feel like with the show we're just seeing the same old, and I don't know. I thought that it was interesting when we saw Saw Gerrera. I thought that was interesting. I thought the pilot was still the best episode. The pilot was the best episode. Then probably last week's where we saw the clones get the inhibitor chips out. Maybe we will see the Scar Squadron from the Star Wars comics in the second season. They are perfect antagonists for the Bad Batch. Listen, Paul Dameron, I'm pretty sure the Scar Squadrons was supposed to be the Bad Batch. I mean, if you look at it, it is an exact copy. That comic was written before the Clone Wars was being revived, so they probably took the concept of the Bad Batch and just explored it further. So, sorry. I don't watch Resistance. You're not missing out on anything. It's boring. I wish we could see more places like Imperial Coruscant and the effect of the early Empire in the galaxy and other planets. Me too. And instead, they just wanted to show the Bad Batch on the run. I don't know. The Star Wars Lucasfilm is scared, I feel like, to tell stories of people within the Empire. You know, they tried that with Battlefront 2 and they chickened out. They had an opportunity here. The first episode, the Bad Batch defects. I don't know. Do you think it's dumb Cad Bane captures Omega instead of our main antagonist Crosshair? I don't think it's dumb. I mean, there's something. The most interesting thing that's going on is the conflict between the Kaminoans and the Empire. And so, yeah, I mean, I would say no. I don't think it's dumb. Clearly, the Kaminoans have another agenda besides serving the Empire. So we'll see. Do you think we are going to see any Mandos? It could be. I don't know. I don't see why not. It was really telling that they don't use stun, but Rex and Ahsoka did. It is. Eckhart Matter made a video about the Clone Rebellion. I like Eckhart Slaughter. He's probably my favorite Star Wars YouTuber to watch. You probably would see more Imperial stories in Star Wars Underworld. Yeah. I don't know. I'll be honest, I don't really have much else to say about the Bad Batch. I thought I was going to go on for an hour, but you'll see. You'll get more thoughts on Chatooine tomorrow if we do it. I'm make sure we can do it. Oh, well, if you're an active follower of my channel, I guess one thing I'll show before I bounce is my thumbnail for my next video. Share screen. Share window here. Best Redemption. My video that will release tomorrow is about Agent Kallus from Star Wars Rebels and why I think he may have the best redemption arc in Star Wars from a certain point of view. So yes, I'm looking forward to. Some of them might be changed, but the topic of the video is the same. That we will probably that you will see Kallus. So yeah, that will be the topic of the video tomorrow. I still need to finish it, by the way, but I'm almost done. My computer's been rather slow. Yep. All right. I guess that's it for me. Do you guys have any last burning questions before I hop off? Probably watch some basketball. Work on the video, then go to sleep. I need some sleep because I've been sleeping on an air mattress recently because I have family over and my back is killing me. So I might take a nap on the couch or something. Not Vader. That's why I said from a certain point of view. All right. Well, that's it for me. Thank you guys so much for watching. Short stream, but I guess it's better than nothing. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Make sure you hit the like button. Don't forget to hit the Claude Squad, and I will see you guys next time.